In this lecture, we will discuss hybridization. According to orbital hybridization approach, whenever an atom is going to make a bond, its orbitals of different shape and energy mix up to form new orbitals. The new orbitals are known as hybrid orbitals, which have same shape but may or may not be identical. Orbital is a space around the nucleus of an atom where probability of finding an electronic wave is maximum. We have four kinds of orbitals: s, p, d, and f. The s orbital is spherical in shape. There is equal probability for electronic wave all across the s orbital. Therefore, it is symmetrical. While the p orbital is dumbbell in shape. It has maximum probability for electronic wave along x, y, and z axes. The plane x, y, y, z, and z axis has zero probability for electronic wave. Therefore, it is unsymmetrical. Depending upon the type and number of the orbitals involved in hybridization, there are various kinds of hybridization like sp3, sp2, sp, sp3d2, or d2sp3, and so on. Now the question is, why hybridization? The very first reason which supports the hybridization phenomena is the overlap integral. Greater the overlap integral means greater is the extent of overlapping during bonding, which results in high bond energy and ultimately leads to stronger bonds. So the bonds formed by hybrid orbitals are stronger than the bonds formed by isolated sp or d orbitals. It is because the overlap integral of hybrid orbital is greater than isolated sp or d orbitals. Secondly, there are various elements whose bondings can't be justified without hybridization, like methane, where carbon is tetravalent. The electronic configuration of carbon suggests that two unpaired electrons are present and the carbon should form two bonds. But actually, carbon forms four bonds, which means one electron from 2s has jumped to the 2p orbitals, making four unpaired electrons available. This is the excited state electronic configuration of carbon. Now, four unpaired electrons are available for bonding, but these four are not identical. 3p orbitals make identical bond, while s orbital, due to its different shape and different extent of overlapping, forms the different bond. So we expect that three bonds of same nature and one is of different nature should be formed. But actually in methane, all the four bonds are identical. Now here comes the phenomena of hybridization. When 1s and 3p orbitals mix up to produce four identical orbitals, this kind of hybridization is called sp3 hybridization. So let's discuss sp3 hybridization. 1s and 3p orbitals intermix to produce 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. The number of hybrid orbitals formed depends upon the number of mixing orbitals. All the four orbitals are sp3, having 25% s character and 75% p character. These orbitals are oriented in space so as to minimize the electronic repulsion, and these take the geometry of tetrahedral. The bond angle between two orbitals is 109.5 degrees. In CH4, four unpaired electrons were available, so the filling of electrons in sp3 hybrid orbitals would be according to above principle. As four orbitals are identical and are degenerate in nature, so each will get one electron. Four unpaired electrons are available, which will overlap with four s orbitals of four hydrogen atoms. So each bond contains sp3 and s overlap. As there is head-to-head overlapping, so the bond formed is actually a sigma bond. The shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. Three sp3 hybrid orbitals are along the plane and one sp3 hybrid orbital is out of the plane, resulting in a shape of regular tetrahedron. The other examples include ammonia, which also contains sp3 hybridization. The electronic configuration of nitrogen is 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1, and 2pz1. Four orbitals overlap to produce four sp3 hybrid orbitals. And the hybrid state electronic configuration of nitrogen would be like this. Three unpaired electrons are available in three sp3 hybrid orbitals, while one sp3 hybrid orbital contains a pair of electrons, which would act as a lone pair. The shape of hybridized nitrogen atom would be like this. Three 1s orbitals of three hydrogen atoms will overlap with three sp3 hybrid orbitals. The overlap is sp3 and s overlap. As there is head-to-head overlapping, so the bond formed is actually a sigma bond. As the lone pairs are present in the molecule, they would create repulsions and repel the bond pair, and the bond angle between the sp3 hybrid orbital having lone pair and sp3 hybrid orbital having bond pair would be greater than 109.5 degree. And the bond angle between two orbitals having bonded electron pair would be less than 109.5 degree, and it will reduce to 107 degree. The shape of the molecule would be trigonal pyramidal. Other molecules involving sp3 hybridization are water, alcohol, alkyl halides, ethers, amines, and thiols. Now let's discuss the second type of hybridization, which is sp2 hybridization. This kind of hybridization involves the mixing up of 1s and 2p orbitals. As three orbitals are mixing, so the newly formed hybrid orbitals would also be 3. And these three orbitals are sp2 hybridized orbitals. The bond angle between two sp2 hybrid orbitals would be 120 degree. Each sp2 hybrid orbital contains 33.3% s character and 66.6% p character. The shape of sp2 hybrid orbital is trigonal planar. The molecules involving sp2 hybridization are alkenes, carbonyls, and imines. In these functional groups, carbon atom is sp2 hybridized. Let's discuss an example with sp2 hybridization. In C2H4, two carbon atoms are joined with an olefinic bond, and the carbon atoms are sp2 hybridized. This is the ground state electronic configuration. When one electron is jumped from 2s to 2pz, this would be the excited state electronic configuration. By hybridization, 1s and 2p orbitals are involved. So the hybrid state electronic configuration would be like this. Each sp2 hybrid orbital contains one electron, and 2pz orbital remains unhybridized with one electron. Orbital representation of carbon in C2H4 would be like this in the form of trigonal planar structure. Each sp2 hybrid orbital contains one electron, and both carbons are sp2 hybridized, so both carbons are trigonal planar in shape. Both carbons are joined with sp2 overlap, as there is head-to-head overlap, so this bond is sigma in nature. The remaining sp2 hybrid orbitals make a bond with one s orbital of 4 hydrogen atom. This type of overlap is sp2s overlap, and the bond is sigma in nature. Both carbon contains unhybridized 2pz orbital with one electron each. These two orbitals overlap sideways and make a pi bond. After overlapping, this molecule can be represented as the pi bond may be above or below the line joining two nuclei, and this overlap is pp overlap. Now let's discuss sp hybridization, which involves the mixing up of 1s and 1p orbital. As two orbitals are involved in hybridization, so resulting orbitals would be 2 in number, and both orbitals are sp in nature, containing 50% s and 50% p character. The bond angle between two sp hybridized orbitals is 180 degree. The geometry of the molecule would be linear if it contains sp hybridization. The functional groups involving sp hybridization are alkynes and nitriles. Let's discuss an example of alkyne involving sp hybridization. C2H2 is an ethyne in which two carbon atoms are present in sp hybridization. As there is sp hybridization, so both carbons have linear geometry with one electron in each. Both carbon atoms are joined with sp overlap, and the bond is sigma in nature. The second sp hybridized orbital of each carbon atom will overlap with one s orbital of hydrogen atom, resulting sp-s overlap and two sigma bonds. Each carbon atom in acetylene has two unhybridized p orbital with one electron in each. These orbitals overlap sideways to make two pi bonds. These pi bonds may be above or below the line joining two carbon atoms. So in alkynes, two carbon atoms having triple bond are joined with each other via one sigma and two pi bonds. The electronic density between two carbon atoms has increased. Therefore, the hydrogens attached with such carbons are acidic in nature. So this was all about sp3, sp2, and sp hybridization.